Hi friends, today we will look the Mendal experiments. So Mendal did some experiment on pea plants. What are the experiment, what are the results, how like the ratio. So we are going to look that briefly Mendel's experiment on pea plants. So now the first look, heredity. So Mendel is called as the father of genetics. Father of genetics, the Mendel did the more and more experiment on heredity through the genes, how like the genes are affect, how like the results will come out. So it will be called the father of genetics. So Mendel did the experiment on pea plant. That too Mendel did 10,000 pea plants. They did and discovered the experiment. Look the what are the variations are there in the 10,000 pea plants. That 34 varieties of the pea plants he observed. So finally he discovered some definitions what will be happen in the pea plants. So because of that we are going to say that is the father of genetic is that Mendel. So Gregor Johann Mendel is called as father of genetic. First, heredity. Yes, Mendel first said through the gene some characters, it will be called as a traits passed from one generation to another generation, like parent to next generation. It will be called as heredity through the genes. So some characters it will be passed from parent to progeny or parent to generation is called as heredity through the genes. So first time he discovered. Then how like we can say that some are is a phenotype, some are is a genotype. That characters what it will be passed from parent to progeny is called as phenotype or genotype. Phenotype means physically. Yes, we are observed the external appearance is called as a phenotype. Whatever the color, height, length and whatever the position, place, all are in plants he observed as a external appearance is called as a phenotype. Then internally, so genes, how like the same genes it will become or any changes, like in human being 46 chromosomes are there, how like is the same it will be came from parent to our progeny, next are any changes are there. So genotypes we are observed the genes, phenotype we are observed the physical appearance whatever the presence in the plants. Then cross and self pollination. As 34 varieties he observed in the plant because of two reasons. One is cross pollination, one is self pollination. We know that commonly cross is opposite, self is self within the plant. So here cross pollination means yes the attachment, the fusion of male and female gametes within the flower within the plant is called as cross pollination. Same like is a self. So within the flower is a self, opposite is cross. So because of that 34 varieties of characters the Mendel is observed in pea plants. Then generations. Yes, first we are going to, these are called as a parent and also known as a whatever the generations is called as a offsprings. So first one here we are going to show this is a what is a down is called as a like is going to show as a female like is a mother. Then as a father is called as a male. If we are going to take any pea plant as a father and mother, so father commonly is a dominant of is a yellow character or maybe is a one of the recessive character is called as a green. So both characters we are going to take in the first generation, it will be also known as a parent. So we can say that is a parent is also known as a first generation. Yellow color seed also present and green color. So finally what are the results? This is called as the offsprings. So generations. In F and Gen we are observed the 100% yellow seeds are yellow color. So here the capital Y is always is a dominant then compared to small y. Here small y going to show the green color seeds, capital Y is going to show the yellow color seed. So when is the first generation we are observed 100% only the yellow color seed or maybe that stem. So next one is the second. When we are observed the first parent here means F1 generation it will be called as this capital Y and small. When we are going to take as a self pollination like is the same plants involved in that fertilization it will be the self pollination. So here these are the parents we can call that is the parents and the offsprings are these. So when you observe this in is F2 generation it will be called as a F2 generation. In that F2 generation commonly we are observed the ratio is 1:2:1 as a genotype, is a 3:1 as a phenotype. So externally 75% of yellow plants we will observe, 25% of green plants we will observe. Same like in the when we are observed as a phenotype, 1:2:1. So 1 is going to show that is the same homozygous. Homozygous is a 1 like as a 25%, as a 2 as a 50%. It will be a mixed yellow and a pure green is a 25%. So 1:2:1 as a genotype, 3:1 as a genotype and phenotype. So here F1 generation and F2 generation, as usual how like the parents, and cross-line self-pollination. So Mendel did the experiment on only the pea plants. Why? Because though there is a bisexual flower, both male and female parts are present in the same within the flower, that very easy for the self-pollination. So maybe the Mendel took for the purpose of self-pollination as a pea plant. So friends, totally when we are observed these charts and whatever the blanks is, and these are going to show the monohybrid in pea plant by the Mendel. So Mendel did the experiment on pea plant for this phenotype and genotype ratios. Yes, this is the end of this.